the oath-taking ceremony.
All right, Shalom.
Last time,
Giving all praises to
President
Yahweh,
was
elected
elected after he was Prime Minister,
double honors
so
to the
he
apostles of GreatMillStone that
took
ruled
a
impeccably
car
well.
from
And Shalom to the
White
Akim
House,
that's pushing
the
his truth
official
in
office
sincerity
of the Russian government,
across the four
to the
winds,
Kremlin.
man. Right? I just want to get into a
Now,
video.
he's passing through the corridors
I'm
of
just going to be covering
the Kremlin. This is a unique
the event
chance
that happened
to
today.
get a glimpse of
What we have
where
is the
Russian President
fourth
Vladimir Putin works.
inauguration of President Vladimir Putin of Russia, man. Right? So he's been in there now. It's going to be his fourth term. And it's a spirit, man. It just shows, the kind of time that we're in concerning this truth, concerning world affairs, man. Because, for the spirit, I believe that this is the guy that's going, he's you're probably looking at the last president of Russia. And Lord willing, you're looking at the last president of the United States of America, who is Donald Trump, because the Lord really is setting this thing up, masterfully, because, that's the Lord, that's Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, and he's making sure that all these chess pieces, all the right moves are falling into place perfectly to execute prophecy, man, right? And that prophecy being World War III, right? That prophecy being, the end of the so-called white man's kingdom, that prophecy being the establishment of you Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, the elect of you being the judges upon the earth, man. Now, I just want to start off with a scripture. Now, this is 2nd Esdras, chapter 9 and verse 1. And it says, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told you before, then shalt thou understand that it is in this very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made, man. And we're seeing this happening right now, man. We're seeing that the Lord is showing us these signs, man. He's showing us the signs of the times. He's showing us that he's ready to make his arrival, man, because World War III is brewing right now, man. Right, World War III is definitely brewing right now. You have all the controversy with, Russia, America, China, Israel. Things are moving very quickly, man. And before you know it, all hell is going to break loose upon this earth, man. Right? And in verse 3, it says, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, which these things have been happening, man. Right? These prophecies have been fulfilled, man. Earthquakes in diverse places, man. Right? I've got an app on my phone where basically anytime there's an earthquake in the world, they basically alert you, man. It tells you where the earthquake is, and it tells you the strength on the Richter scale of the actual earthquake. And let me tell you something, man, that's ringing throughout the whole day, man. So them earthquakes in diverse places, that prophecy's been fulfilled, man. Then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning, man. Now the scriptures also tell you that, the Lord has declared the end already from the beginning, man, because everything that happens in the world is under the command of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. So you can't do nothing outside of that, man. And going back to the book of Job, the scriptures also say that, Esau, the so-called white man, his rulership, his kingdom, the Lord has set bounds that it cannot pass, man. Right? Once the time allotted for Esau's kingdom is up, it's going to come tumbling right down, man. Right? Because that's the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Making that happen, man. Making sure that everything happens on scale, on time, man. Right? The perfect movie. Right? That's how the Lord deals, man. Right? The Lord says something, and then the Lord makes sure that it comes to pass. So this is 2nd Esdras chapter 6 and verse 9. It says, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth, man. So Esau is the end of the world. All of these things you see happening in the news, right? It's all pointing to the end of Esau's rulership, man. Right? It's pointing to the end of his time as a ruler. It's pointing to the end of his time right, being the wicked, man. Right? He's fulfilled his lot. He's been the most wicked person. Right? He's poisoned the people. Right? He's poisoned the animals. Right? He's made certain animals extinct. He's destroyed, you Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans. He's taken away the truth from you. Right? He's made you believe that you were nothing but blacks and Spics and, Mexicans. He's giving you all of these bywords. He's done all of these things to the greatest degree. But now Yahweh Shem Yahushai has set up his men, right, to now teach the elect, right, that are going to get this truth and pull them out of that mess, man. Right? And the Lord has basically sealed these people, man. That are elected to get delivered out of this place. All we got to wait for now is the actual, the rest of the prophecies to come to pass. You're going to have the RFID chips and you're going to have World War III. These are the two major prophecies that we are now waiting on to come to pass, man. And World War III has already started, man. So that chip, there's going to be something that's going to happen, right, in the very near future. We don't know when, but we know it's going to be in the very near future that is going to cause that RFID chip to be mandatory and to be implemented and forced upon the people, because it tells you in the scripture that this so-called white man is going to cause people to take the mark of the beast. A lot of people are going to be taking it, within their free will, because they don't know about the mark of the beast, man. So they ain't going to see a problem with it. But a lot of people are not going to want to take the mark of the beast, and they're going to be caused to take it. They're going to be forced to take it because it's going to be mandatory. And in fear of their life, they're going to get desperate, man. And they're going to take that chip. Right? So that's why we've got to remain steadfast in the truth, man, and preach this gospel, because there's a multitude of people out there that 100% they're going to take that chip, man. Right, but the elect ain't going to take that shit, man. The elect have been set aside and sanctified, from the very beginning, and been protected from these things that are to come. Right? Now this is Ecclesiasticus chapter 2 and verse 1. It says, "My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. Set thy heart aright, constantly endure, and make not haste in time of trouble." Right? So that's the spirit that we've got to be in, man, because there's going to be a great temptation coming, man. Right? And that great temptation really compromises of the RFID chip, man. Right? Because you ain't going to have no food to eat, man. There's going to be a time food is going to be scarce. Right? So when food is scarce, people are going to be subject to think of alternative ways in which they can survive, man. Right? But the elect, look, the scriptures say, "My servant shall eat." The elect ain't going to be worrying about that, man. About that time of temptation, man. Yeah, we're going to be afflicted by it, but through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, we're going to make it through that temptation. But the people in the world, they ain't going to know what the hell is happening, because they weren't embodying themselves and, shrouding themselves in the word of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. 2/3 of our people, they weren't concerned about this word, man. Right? But it's all going to come to them in the form of flashbacks, right? When they see that these things start happening, these things that we were screaming out at the top of our lungs, man, at the top of our voice, right? On the highways and the byways all over the world, because GMS is worldwide, man, right? We all over the world, right? That's when it's going to come back to their remembrance. When the famine of the word kicks in, that's when they're going to remember, and they're going to want to seek the men of the Lord to look for answers. But the thing is, we're not going to be around no more, man, because that's when we enter into that famine of the word. And we ain't going to be around. You're not going to be able to ask us questions, man, right? You ain't going to be able to log onto YouTube and to type in scriptures and type in the breakdown of this and the breakdown of that. Yo, man, the internet is going to be pulled down, man, because this devil, Esau, the so-called white man, he going to come down. He going to come down on the people, man, and more importantly, he going to come down on the men of the Lord. Right? And when he comes down on the men of the Lord, it's a wrap, man. We out of here, man. Right? So we know that we ain't got much time left in this kingdom, in this wicked kingdom, man. And we want to get out of here, man. We don't want to be in this kingdom, man, because this kingdom is a kingdom of
to
wickedness,
Section
man.
1 of Article 82 of the Constitution of the Russian Federation,
right? And the so-called white man,
the President of the Russian Federation takes the oath of office
That's what we
and
waiting
assuming
for, man.
powers of the
You know,
president.
so when you see this inauguration on the TV, man,
Mr. Putin, please
people
take
don't know what
the
time
oath
it is,
of
man.
office.
They think that this guy has been running in office for so
In
long.
executing the office of President of the Russian Federation,
the Lord knows what he's doing by
I
putting these
solemnly
people in.
swear
It's a
to
particular
respect and
spirit
protect the
that's
rights
gonna
and
need-
liberties
that's gonna
of
be
man
needed
and of the
to cause these
citizen,
prophecies to come to
to
pass,
observe
man.
and protect
Right?
the
Lord has
Constitution
put
of the
those
Russian
particular
Federation,
spirits, in the form of,
to
this guy
defend the
Putin
sovereignty
and President Trump,
and
for them to
independence,
collide and cause
security
prophecy to come
and
to pass, man.
integrity
Because
of
the
the
Lord is in
state,
control of all things, man.
and to faithfully
Right?
serve
the Lord
the
is in
people.
control of all of this, man. And that's the beautiful thing about this truth, man. That's why you got
Vladimir Putin has taken the office of President of Russia.
all honor and praises to Yahweh Shem Yahushai that's making these things happen, man. Right? Because look, we want to be saved out of this mess, man. We want to be saved out of this mess, man, out of this kingdom. Right? Because these guys, man, they don't understand. Because what the Lord is doing, their kingdom is not going to stand for much longer, man. Because it's crumbling. Esau is fighting. The scriptures tell you if Satan be cast against Satan, how should these kingdoms stand, man? Right? It can't stand because it's all against itself. It's like our people as a whole, we can't stand, man, because we're against each other because we got the curses on us, man. Right? But the elect are standing firm together, and that's all you need right now. You need the elect, man. You need the first fruits, right, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai that are standing up and preaching this gospel and taking down this kingdom, through the actual word. That's what's happening right now, man. We're taking down the kingdom through this word. Right? We're not using violence, we're not using weapons of war, right? We're using purely the words of Yahweh Shem Yahushai to take down this kingdom, man, to take down the so-called white man's kingdom, and to ensure that, the elect are sealed through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man. Because it's Yahushai that's doing the sealings, man. We're just the fools for Yahushai that are playing our bit, man. We're just delivering the message that the Lord is telling us to deliver, man. But World War III is coming in a big way upon the face of the earth, man. Right? And the chip is coming, man. I just want to get into that, right quick. And then I'm going to close out. Right? Because these are the things we got to look for is World War III and the chip. So I'll read this. This is Revelations chapter 11. And verse 14, it says, the second world is past, and behold, the third world cometh quickly, man. So that world means destruction, man. So it's telling us the second destruction is already past, which is talking about World War II, right? That's an event in history that everyone knows about, but that's past, man. But now it says the third world cometh quickly, talking about World War III. World War III is coming quickly, man. Right? World War III is actually, we're in the midst of the World War III right now, man. Right? But the true physical aspect of World War III, the true might of it, right, hasn't begun yet, man. But it has started. But it hasn't, the true might of it, the true bloodshed and terribleness of it hasn't started yet. But we know we're in the midst of that. You can see it just by switching on the news. Right? Now this is Revelations chapter 13. And I'll start from verse 16, get straight to the point. And he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. And that mark, when you go into the Greek word mark, is charagma, right? Which means something to be inserted, man. Right? Something specifically to be inserted into your hand, man. And if you look at the RFID chip, it's inserted right in between your thumb, right, and your finger, right? And then that's actually there's
President of the
in
Russian
world right now
Federation,
with the mark of the beast, man. Right? And
Vladimir
they use it
Putin.
to open up their cars, to have smart homes, all this, all this new technology
Citizens
that,
of Russia,
supposedly makes your life easier.
ladies
but
and
really you're
gentlemen,
becoming one with the so-called white
dear
man
friends,
system, with his way of life, and you're giving him
I welcome
full
all the
control
citizens
over your
of our
mind, body,
great
and soul,
country
man.
and
But
our
really, who has
compatriots
full
living
control over your
abroad,
mind, body, and
all
soul? The
those
Father of the
watching or
spirits, man.
listening to this
Yahweh Shem
broadcast,
Yahushai. So that's why if you take the chip, you're going
all
to be
who
destroyed,
are present here
right? So it says,
in
and
the
he calls
halls
it all,
of the
both small and
Kremlin
great, rich and
and
poor,
on
free and
Cathedral
bond.
Square,
So that's going to be everyone, man. It don't matter how much money you got in your
taking
bank. It don't
the
matter if you
office
Floyd
of
Mayweather,
President of
right?
Russia,
If you got an
I
abundance of money,
realize the
you're a
tremendous
millionaire. It don't matter, man.
responsibility
You're going to be subject to
that
take
lies
the
on
mark of the
my
beast. You are not going
shoulders,
to be
my
exempt
responsibility
based
to
on your
all of
social
you,
status
to
or
our
the money money that you have
multi-ethnic
accumulated in your
people.
bank account, to receive a
My
mark in their right
responsibility
hand
to
or in
Russia,
their
the
foreheads,
great country,
and
and
that no man might buy or
thousands
sell
of
save he that
years
had the
of
mark
its
or the
history,
name of
to
the
our
beast. So you're not going to be able
ancestors,
to buy
because
anything
their
from the
labor,
shops,
their
man. You're not going to be able
courage,
to go to your local
their
Tesco,
diligence,
Sainsbury's and Asda
the way they
and buy any
loved our
food
country,
if you don't have the mark of
that
the
set
beast,
an
man.
example for
Right?
all
Or
of
any
us
subs
how
that they're
we
going to
should
have
love
nowadays. You're not going to be able to go
our
to camp,
country, how
you
we
know,
should love
concentration
Russia.
camp,
I believe
and, you know,
it is
you know,
my duty
crust
to
bread
do
and
my
this and that,
best
'cause you ain't got the
for
chip.
Russia, for
Everyone's
its
gonna have to
present
have the
and
chip
for
if they
its
wanna live,
future,
man. Right?
for
But the elect
peace
ain't gonna
and
get that chip, man.
prosperity,
The elect would rather taste
for
of death,
our nation
right?
to
And come back with
continue
Yahweh Shem Yahushai,
living
rather
and
than take the chip.
developing.
That's
For
why it's so
every
important
Russian
not to take
family,
the
I
RFID
assure
chip,
you
man, 'cause
that
you're
the
gonna be wake
goal
up,
of
you
my
an Israelite,
life,
you're gonna wake up
of
in
my
everlasting shame
work,
and contempt,
as
man.
always, will be to serve
Right?
our people,
Here
to
is
save
wisdom.
our
Let him that have
motherland.
the understanding count the
This
number of
is
the beast, man. Right?
above
And if you,
everything
look, man,
else
again,
to me.
you don't want to be. You don't want to
From the
be.
bottom of my heart, I
let's
thank
jump to 14 and 10.
you
Man.
for our unity.
Right?
We
Isaiah,
can change a lot of
Revelation,
things
Selassie,
for the better together.
chapter 14,
Once again, I would like to thank
and,
all of you
verse 10,
for
it
your
says, and the third
sincere
angel followed
support
them, saying with a loud voice,
in the
if any man,
presidential
now we're going into the
election.
judgment, if you take
And
the chip, if any
I
man
think this
worship
is
the
a
beast
great political
and his
capital
image and
and
receive
strong
his mark in his
foundation.
forehead or in his
This
hand,
support
the same shall drink
fills
of
me
the
with
wine
hope
of the
that
wrath
Russia will
of
continue
Yahweh, which is
growing
poured out
and
without
developing,
mixture,
and
man.
people
So if you take that chip, you're going to
Russia
receive the
will
mark.
be living
You're going to
better and
receive
better.
the
This is
judgment
also
of
important
Yahweh
for
Shem
us
Yahushai,
to
man. You're going to receive that deadly judgment for taking
secure our
that chip,
position
for siding with
in
the
the
so-called white man
international
in the
arena
system.
and domestically. Russia
The
should be
wrath of
modern and
Yahweh, which is
dynamic.
poured out
Russia
without
should be
mixture
ready to
into the
rise
cup
up to the
of his
challenges of
indignation,
time
of his righteous anger,
and
man. So you
respond
don't
to
want to be
them
subject to that
energetically.
righteous anger
We
of Yahweh
should
Shem Yahushai.
develop our
And he
leadership
shall
in
be
the areas where
tormented
we have
with
always been
fire
strong.
and brimstone
And
in the presence of the holy
we should
angels and in the presence of
focus
the Lamb. So
and
you're going to be
work hard
tormented,
in the
man,
areas
in
where
that
we are
nuclear
yet
fight,
to
in
achieve
those nuclear flames.
desirable
If
results,
you take the
the
mark of the
areas where
beast,
we
man,
have not yet
right?
done enough.
So that doesn't sound like
Our
an option
path
to me,
forward
man.
is
So
always
that's why we got to
difficult.
pray
It's
to
not
Yahweh
easy.
Shem Yahushai. They
But
don't
there is
take the
only
Holy
one
Spirit
mistake
away
that
from us, because
history
we
will
could be
never
subject
forgive us if
to take the
we
mark of
are
the beast, man.
self
Right? But with that,
if we are
look, man, I'm
relaxed
going to say
and
all praises to
especially
Yahweh Shem
today at this
Yahushai.
turning point,
You know, double
when
honors to the apostles
the
of
whole
Great
world is
Millstone,
going
and shalom to
through
the Arkim that's pushing this
a
word
lot of changes.
necessary and in
We
truth, man.
have
Don't take the
many
RFID
decisions
chip. Know
we
that World
need
War
to
III is
take.
coming.
These are
Know that this is
historical
time to repent,
decisions
man,
which
because
will
things are moving
determine
fast, man.
the
Right?
future
Things
of
are
our
moving
country
very
for
fast, and
decades
the
to
world
come.
is about to change in a big way.
We have a lot of
Shalom.
hard work to do, and our entire society